What's up, guys? AC Card Shark back again,
with Pixel Sandwich.
and we're episode 8 of the Shark and Pixel Show. We're going to be reviewing Just Cause 2.
Just Cause 2 is coming to us from Square Enix, and Eidos are putting it out, and it's been published by Avalanche, which also did the first Just Cause.
We're actually going to start doing a new part of our reviews, starting with this episode called the Achievement Report. And I know a lot of you guys, it's a really important thing for us to know how hard or how easy it is to get achievements in games.
We are achievement whores.
Yeah, you can tell by our gamer scores that we tend to play games just to get achievements sometimes.
It's fun.
And yeah, exactly. It just puts an extra edge on the game for you and an extra goal and everything. So we're gonna start bringing that to you guys, because I know some of you guys out there definitely you're definitely achievement whores like we are. So it does play into whether or not you want to play a game or how in depth you actually want to play it. So
pretty much we've found that it's a little bit harder than normal to get achievements in this game.
Yeah, it is.
But we did find that a lot of the achievements encourage exploring the world and experimenting with the physics, much like Crackdown kind of did. It has kind of like a Crackdown achievement kind of feel.
Yeah, where it kind of encourages you to be very creative with how you go about doing things, because you're trying to actually get those achievement points. So it actually, I find myself actually even in the first 3 hours doing stuff I probably wouldn't ever do in this game, and it was only purely just to get achievements.
But
So,
yeah, this is a great game where there's a lot of pros.
Oh, absolutely.
The first that we have to get to is the grappling hook. There was a grappling hook in the first game, and it was used very minimally, and it didn't work very well. In this one, I mean, it's probably one of the best tools or objects in a game that I've ever seen.
I agree, man. It's the best positive in the entire game.
If you're getting shot at, you can just point at a wall, press the left bumper, and you're up there already.
Yep.
And you can get out of tight situations. You can also use it in conjunction with the parachute to propel yourself across the land.
Yep.
You can point at an airplane or a car and instantly be sucked right to it. It's amazing. And if you guys have not played the demo yet, go play the demo and you'll see exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah, it makes the problem of the first one, where it took so long to go places. It just completely eliminates that problem. It's just
Rico still runs like a turtle.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
so,
but they do give you a sprint button in this one.
yes, but even that's not very
Even
fast.
that,
So,
it's at least faster than the crawl he was doing in the first one. But
yeah, I mean, you'll just be using your
just use the grapple hook. That's it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. One thing I noticed too is just how well done the graphics were in this one.
There's a lot of polish.
It just looks so beautiful. I mean, like, especially we were talking about this earlier. If you are up on like a high ledge or like a high point and you're looking down over like the land, it just looks so good. It just looks really just perfectly done. I think it's just like, I don't know, it just leaps and bounds over the first one.
It has a lot of weather effects and time of day effects, and
Yep.
it makes for some really nice sunrises and some really nice views.
Yeah, it definitely does. Another thing too is it's a really in-depth game, and I don't know how you feel about that, but
Yeah, it's really deep. You can get as deep into it as you want, and as much time as you put into it is what you're going to get. And you can, if you're one of those OCD people that has to do everything, this game will take you forever. I don't even want to venture to say. I've put about 10 or 11 hours.
60 hours maybe?
Probably. I've put 10 or 11 hours into it already, and I'm only like 13% done. So there's just tons to do, because there's these little villages or compounds all over the world, and you need to get to 100% in each one, and you do that by blowing up the enemy's equipment and by getting armor upgrades and weapon upgrades, and it's really time consuming, but a lot of fun to try and get 100% on all of them.
Yeah, I agree. And along those same notes is another positive is the fact that the missions are very varied. That was kind of a tongue twister, but it was the very I can't think of what I'm trying to say. There's a variety of missions that you can go through basically.
Yeah, and they did a good job of incorporating the grappling hook and the skydiving and the parachute into a lot of the missions, where you'll be dropping down from the sky, and you'll have to grapple onto one car and hijack it and then drive it up here and blow it up by going up this ramp, and they really encourage you to mess with the physics and all the different tools that the game gives you.
Yeah. And positive I found was that it actually has autosave, because I die a
that's
lot.
always a good thing.
I die a lot, and I always get pissed when games make you go back too far from where you were when you died. So, so that was definitely a really good positive. And just, you know, like we were talking about, like the unscripted moments basically in the game that, like, you know, you can just go off and have the most fun and stuff, doing things that you weren't even supposed to be doing at the time. Where, you know, like, you know, it's like, oh, you have to go take over this stronghold, but along the way, I'm going to blow some stuff up. You know, like, you can just kind of just do your own thing, which is a lot of fun. And
yeah, there's so many games nowadays that, you know, base so much of their game on set pieces, and, you know, these big parts where, you know, the game does something big and you're supposed to watch and go, ooh, pretty. This game's the exact opposite. It's a big sandbox, and you just need to go play and have fun with it. And one of the best parts, I think, is that you can actually use your grappling hook to attach two things together. So you can actually put like a statue of a guy and attach it to a helicopter, drive the helicopter up in the air, and it's like you have a big wrecking ball attached to it and just fuck shit up with it.
Yep.
It's amazing. The game wants you to fuck around and just experiment. It's
yeah.
awesome.
Or like the one achievement that they actually have is that you have to kill 5 guys by attaching the grappling hook to them and then attaching it to the back of your car and dragging them to their death.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That's just like unheard of. That's awesome. I mean,
there's no other game that you can do that in.
No,
you know?
There really isn't. And the fact that you can do that's so great.
Yeah, so if you're like an action gamer that wants something different and has things that you can't get in any other game, this is a must-buy for you.
Absolutely, yeah. And as much as we love this game, there are a few things that could use some improvement, I think.
A few things that keep it from greatness.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely one of my favorite games in a while. But you know, one of the things I noticed, and I think you did too, was the story in the game.
And you know, we know that you're not going to play this game for a story.
Exactly.
But could you imagine how awesome this game would be if it had a great story also?
Yeah. I mean,
you know, it would just take it to another level. But I mean, you guys can just skip every cutscene, and it's not going to make one.
Yeah, it's not gonna like you're not gonna miss out on anything or anything like that. Yeah, I mean, the game is purely what you're doing while you're playing, not the cutscenes or the storyline. So, which is cool because there's so much to do in the game. You can kind of just skip through the you know, cutscenes and everything and just not even pay attention.
One of the negatives that I saw was if you're just using the guns and playing it as a straight shooter, it's gonna feel a little bit underwhelming because there's a really generous auto aim.
Yeah,
you could be like not even aiming in the right vicinity of a guy.
Yeah,
you'll start killing him.
Yeah.
So I mean, the shooting is a little bit weak, but you know, every mission has like a different way that you can approach it. So if you want to approach it by, you know, skydiving in and, you know, doing all kinds of crap with your grappling hook and parachute, you can do that. Right. Or sometimes it's just easier to go in with your auto aim and just kill everybody. You know, so you kind of have to choose how you're going to do everything.
Yeah. The last thing I could think of at least was the fact that I hate the map in that game.
Yeah. It's like a humongous world, but it's hard sometimes to see where you're supposed to go.
Yeah, and I mean, you know me from just from experience and stuff that you know, I get lost real easily, and like if it's like, oh, you have to go here, like I'll end up going the wrong direction and stuff, and like I rely on the maps a lot. Yeah. And you know, I'm looking at this map, and I mean, I've only been playing for about, you know, whatever it was, like 3 hours, and I've already had to use the map, and I'm getting lost like crazy, but that's because I'm just, you know, a dumbass when it comes to like trying to find stuff in games. But I mean, even somebody like you do pretty well finding things like when you're supposed to go and find something, and even you're having trouble with the map.
Yeah, there's like shit all over the map. There's little dots, and like every little village is on there. And it's like I just want to see the mission.
Yeah.
I just want to see where I'm supposed to go.
Yeah, and there might be a filter where you could probably do that, but I haven't found one.
Yeah, me neither. I haven't really looked too hard, but
yeah, exactly. I don't really care too much.
And the last thing I have is that, you know, there's a lot of different ways to play this game, so therefore the controls are going to take some getting used to.
Yeah.
If you're a gamer that is going to get frustrated with, you know, learning a lot of different button combos, and you have to do a lot with like the left bumper to do all the different things with the grappling hook, you might get frustrated.
Yeah.
But you know, if you get it down, you're in for one of the best action gaming experiences I've ever played.
I agree. And on that note, I think we should wind this up and get to our scores here. So,
Sure.
What are you thinking?
I gotta give this an 8.5. If it had, if the shooting was a little bit more fun,
Yeah.
if it had a great story, it would push it up into the 9 range. But I am enjoying the fuck out of this game, and
Yeah.
I really think you guys should all play it.
Yeah, and for the first time ever in the history of Shark and Pixel Show, I had the exact same score as you do.
Cool.
I actually had it at an 8.5 again for this pretty much for the same reasons that there's a couple of little nagging negatives that are in there, and but overall just an amazing game. Definitely going to be in my running for a top game of the year, at least up till this point in the year. So
yeah,
I definitely recommend picking this one up.
Definitely.
So, but that's going to do it for episode 8 for Just Cause 2, guys. We both give it an 8.5, and that's going to do it for us. So until next time, this is AC Card Shark.
And Pixel Sandwich.
All right, take care, guys.
Later.